Are you happy with your thinking process? Do you appreciate how you think? Do you like the quality of your thoughts? Or are you easily distracted and unable to focus on the task at hand? The way we think greatly shapes our lives. Our very beliefs and thoughts influence how we feel and behave. The ability to think vigorously is critical. It helps us to free ourselves from the prevailing rule-based thinking, to a more inquisitive and reflective approach of thinking. And by cultivating the habit of thinking deeply, we create the foundation for a deeper and more meaningful existence. We are generally not taught how to think. It is a skill we are expected to know, without specific instruction. It's time to change that for the better. Let's introduce deep thinking to our lives. In his book, Thinking Fast and Slow, Daniel Kahneman says, "We use two primary modes of thinking to process information and make decisions. Mode 1 is intuitive, instant, unconscious, automatic, and emotional. Mode 2 is slow, rational, conscious, reflective, reasoning, and deliberate. At any point in time, your active thoughts and actions varies depending on what mode is running. Shallow thinkers rarely think beyond the obvious. They take information on the face value. A shallow thinker just looks at first-order consequences. Shallow thinkers are incapable, and sometimes too lazy, to look at all sides of an issue or to explore the issues deeply before making judgment or decision. They also believe they have depth behind their opinion, because they believe their opinion is also based on the truth and indisputable facts. A deep thinker, on the other hand, looks at the whole chain of effects, impacts, and outcomes. When you dig deeper, you understand better. You compare different outcomes, analyze, dissect and make informed judgment based on different mental models. Read a book once and you will probably have a shallow understanding. Read a book multiple times, take notes, summarize concepts, and guess what, you understand the ideas deeply. The difference between a shallow thinker and a deep thinker. A shallow thinker solves one problem with one known solution. A deep thinker approaches multiple problems from different angles. The problem is that we no longer know how to think. Our thinking is unfocused, superficial, and not directed. It simply occurs randomly, but we don't give much thought to it. In the age of technology, quality thinking is difficult to come by. We're surrounded by a noisy information cloud that draws away our attention from the important to the insignificant. We become so addicted to stimulate our minds with various information streams that we are no longer comfortable with silence. We try to avoid silence as best as we can. And what's better than media consumption to keep silence far away from us? The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. The process of thinking deeply can be divided into three parts. The first step, create the right environment. Naturally, highly distractive and noisy environments do not promote deep thinking. It is therefore important to find a peaceful and comfortable spot where there are no distractions. Choose an area where you can let your thoughts unfold freely. Your nearest park is ideal for that. Your own room is also just fine. Just make sure not to be interrupted. The second step, eliminate distractions. Distractions prevent you from concentrating on quality thoughts. And they certainly keep you from ever reaching a deeper level of thinking. It is therefore immensely important to reduce the impact distractions have on your mind. Some distractions can easily be removed, such as your smartphone, which can be locked away or turned off. Other distractions, however, are more difficult to control as they require a certain level of mental strength. Basically, everything that doesn't encourage thinking can become a distraction. Every piece of information we simply pick up without thinking about it becomes a meaningless distraction. The third and last step, learn to concentrate. Removing distractions from your life provides an important fundament for deep thinking. This alone, however, is not enough. It is important to build upon this fundament a strong framework that helps you to cultivate deep thinking. Concentration helps you to maintain your focus on a specific thought or idea, without allowing mediocre or irrelevant thoughts to interfere. Concentration is difficult to come by. You cannot simply will yourself to be more concentrated. Concentration must be developed. It takes practice, dedication and effort to increase your level of concentration. Seek for something that introduces entirely new viewpoints to your perspective of life. Don't be afraid to explore contents that are not in line with your idea of reality. Try to expand your knowledge base and see if you can get a better glimpse at the bigger picture. Books are a major source of inspiration. They can truly ignite the passion to think deeply. Here are some topics to get you started. Philosophy, inspiring biographies, consciousness, the nature of reality, quantum mechanics and spirituality. I'll list a couple of books that provide enough material for deep thinking in the description. Once you've found an interesting topic or book, explore it. But don't just explore, think and reflect upon the ideas portrayed within this concept. This is where the process of deep thinking starts to begin. Read a specific part of a book and start reflecting upon it. Analyze what was written, evaluate the book's contents and take yourself the liberty to expand on these thoughts. It's great if you find a topic that does not align with your belief system. Explore it anyways and see if the author can reasonably articulate the point of view. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. If you want to be a deep thinker, you have to get in the habit of asking deep questions. Ask about everything. Here are a couple of thought-provoking questions to get you started with deep thinking. What is the nature of reality? What is worse, failing or not trying? Is your life shaped by yourself or destiny? What would you do if you would never die? What happens after death? Why does space have 3 dimensions? Is it acceptable to do something wrong if no one ever finds out? To be a more insightful thinker, ask why repeatedly. Force yourself to use your brain more. The more regularly you pick up a new skill, study a new subject, or dig deeper into any topic, the stronger your mind becomes. Try to pick up one new thing every week, then continue working on it as you learn new things. The more you exercise and challenge your mind, the deeper your understanding can be. Your career and personal life will never be the same if you can commit to understanding topics, issues, and subjects deeper. To think deeply means to go beyond what you think you know. It means to let go of preconceived ideas in order to discover the truth. By cultivating the skill of deep thinking, we can gain freedom of thought. The deeper your thinking becomes, the more focused and meaningful your actions will be.